So welcome back to the Business Warroom podcast. I'm your host, Vinny J. So I got an email yesterday that actually made me lose a little faith in the educational system. This guy, we'll call him Joey Bug Spray, reaches out because he wanted to set up a one-on-one consultation with the Business Warroom Council. So I tell him the fee. He hits me back up with, Vinny, that's more than my monthly truck note. Why can't you just give me some free advice to help a brother in the arena out? I thought you were about the hustle. Now, if you're listening, Joey, the arena doesn't have a discount section. You aren't my brother. You're a liability. So when I told him no handouts, he went on a tirade, calling me a fraud and bragging about his empire because he just wrapped the third Ford Transit in neon green. Now, in my opinion, Joey, you didn't build an empire. You built the circus, and you're the lead clown. So in all, I decided to look at your filings and your promotional math. So let's perform the autopsy. So Joey over here on Instagram posting pictures of his crew in matching polos like they're the 1927 Yankees. Meanwhile, his headline offer is $29 a month, 50% off your first 6 months, and free inspections. Now, let's talk about the psychological price anchoring, or in Joey's case, how he anchored his brand to the bottom of a dumpster. When you lead with 50% off a price that's already bottom barrel, you aren't marketing. You're announcing to the world that your service has zero proprietary value. All you're doing is attracting the price shoppers, the worst human beings on the planet. The guy who will sue you for $10 million because he saw a silverfish 3 months after you sprayed. You have zero barrier to entry, which means any kid with a backpack sprayer and a gallon of permethrin from Home Depot can put you out of business by charging $28. So, Joey, let's look at your unit economics. You're charging $29 after taxes, chemicals, fuel, and the insurance you hopefully have. Your gross margin is what? $8? The customer acquisition cost must be a nightmare. I see you running Facebook ads and paying for those truck wraps. So if it costs you $150 to acquire a customer, which is a standard in home services, and you're collecting $14.50 for the first 6 months, Joey, it's going to take you 2 years just to break even on the marketing spend. And your churn rate at $29, you have no loyalty. Your churn rate is probably 40%. You're losing customers faster than you can spray them. And for operational efficiency, you're sending a human being in a $40,000 vehicle to a house to spend 30 minutes for a $29 gross. The wear and tear on the tires alone is eating your profits. You aren't scaling. You're subsidizing your customers' past problems out of your own pockets. See, this is what I call the vanity of the small timer. Joey here is obsessed with the aesthetic of business, the wraps, the crew photos, the free inspections. In the Business Warroom, we don't care about what the truck looks like. We care about the yield per stop. A free inspection is a desperate move by a man who doesn't value his time. When you give your expertise away for free, the market assumes your expertise is worth exactly that, 0. So you're playing a volume game with boutique margins. That is the quickest way to a heart attack and a bankruptcy filing. You're not a Titan, Joey. You're a high-speed delivery service for cheap chemicals. So here's some advice, Joey. Stay off my feed. You wanted free advice? Here it is. Fold the tents, fire the crew, sell the vans while the wraps are still shiny enough to fool the next sucker, because the math don't lie. And your math says you'll be out of business by Q3. Now, to the rest of you actually trying to build something, don't be a Joey. Don't compete on price. Compete on dominance, systems, and margins. As I always say, a business that competes on price is just a charity that hasn't realized it's broke yet. Now, the Business Warroom Council is open for those who understand that expensive is a relative term for ROI. If you're still counting pennies for a $29 spray, stay in the bleachers. We're busy running the league. Now, if you want me to do an episode on building a pest control fortress, a $1 million net manifesto, let me know in the comments down below. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We're trying to get to 100 followers on Facebook so we can live stream. And I'll see you all on the next episode. Peace.